for Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, Kaito, Akiho and Mitchie, together with the support crew, have made it back to Odaiba, Tokyo, in time for the expo, which will be in a short while, a few short days. But Gumball 2 has been successfully transported, and before the expo gets underway, it'll be our job to put it back together again. But right now though, we get to enjoy the luxurious fancy hotel here at Odaiba. A huge trade up from the conditions during Robo 1. But before we explore our new temporary digs, let's see what's happening here on Twippo. Tokyo is a lot calmer than I thought. It's only been a few months since the solar storm. A lot more cheerful. Guess you and Kaito really do think alike, Akiho. The expo arena looked really big, but it might be a little crowded thinking about multiple robots that are more than 10 meters lined up. I wanted to do it outdoors if possible. Can't though, since it's a long event. Check the venue, heading to hotel, which we are already currently at. This time it's coordinated perfectly. The man who can learn from his last mistakes, me. Mitsuhiko Nagafukada. Well, at least you're finally acknowledging that, and taking steps to actually learn from those mistakes. And finally a message from Fumiko. At least let me know if you got to Tokyo. Make sure you support Akiho-chan. Will do. Will do. And nothing else in there, and nothing else in there. There we go. I mean, it's got chandeliers, it's got a reception, it's got indoor plants, it has a very nice sort of wealthy mansion look to it. Yeah. Opulence rather than decadence is the watchword here. And with the money from 6 months ago for coming second place in Robo 1, we can pretty much afford to stay here. Of course, staying in this hotel is the least of our expenses. That night, after going out for tasty yakiniku with Mr. Candy, Mitchie brought us here, to this place. It's a super high-class hotel, right in front of Odaiba Station, and just a stone's throw away from the expo arena. Very convenient. After checking in at the front desk, Mitchie puffs up his chest with pride at us. Yeah, making up for what happened before.
何アホ面してやがんだ。先生はな、今回に関してはかなり頑張って宿を取ってやったんだぞ。
Yeah, we gotta give you this one, Mitchie. Have to give you this one.
ロボワンの時お前らから散々文句言われて、先生はむちゃくちゃ傷ついたんだ。これ豆な。
That's on you, though.
ミッチーはそんな繊細な心の持ち主じゃないでしょ。
確かにこのホテルはすごいけど、すごく高そうだよ。こんなところに半年近くも滞在できるの？
おいおい、半年もホテル住まいするつもりとか、どこのセレブだお前ら。
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
予約したのは2週間分だけだっつうの。
2 weeks in this place, huh? Well, that's Even that feels like 6 months.
それでも50万近くかかったんだぞ。分かってんのか？
500,000 yen? Yeah, that seems more correct.
島の宿なら一泊5000円とかが普通なのに。
Yeah, a huge difference between Tokyo and Tanegashima.
金は先生のポケットマネーから出てる。感謝しろ。
So, Mitchie took the head and fronted the bill himself, huh?
そりゃ嘘だね。どうせアメ社長に出してもらったとか、そんなところじゃないの？
of course, Sumio.
さあな。
Yeah, Mitchie seems mildly disappointed now.
50万もあるなら無理せずに安いところを長く借りればよかったのに。
Akiho being a bit more frugal this time.
こんな高級なところ逆に落ち着かないよ。
That is some excellent vernacular there from you there, Akiho. That's making me smile.
そもそも2週間ここに泊まった後はどうするわけ？
Yeah, but that's a problem. We're still going to need accommodation, Mitchie.
その後はな。いいか、よーく聞いとけよ。
Well, at least you've thought of something.
ズバリ人脈を頼る。
Then again,
東京在住のロボ部 OB、OG 連中がいるだろう。瀬宮姉とか、あと後輩連中だと宮田とか柳本あたりが東京住まいだったはずだ。
Well, as much as Akiho would love to entertain the idea, staying with Misaki is out of the question for the time being. But then again, getting to reunite with the other original members of the Robotics Club might be interesting, although less so considering the fact that, yeah, they probably haven't heard or have only just heard about the fact that the club on the island has been officially disbanded. But speaking of staying with people in Tokyo, we still have the option of Frau that we haven't taken up. We've never met anyone named Miyato or Yanagimoto.
そいつらの家に押しかける。
Kick the doors in, huh? That sounds more like you, Mitchie. Completely inconsiderate. I was a fool for having hope.
計画性ゼロってことじゃないの。何が頑張っただよ。
Yeah, typical Mitchie.
心配すんな。その辺の交渉は先生がしてきてやるから。
Which means he hasn't even started.
お姉ちゃんのところには明日行ってみるつもり。
Yeah, that being said, yeah, we will have to confront Misaki sooner rather than later.
住まわせてもらえるかどうかも聞いてみる。
But she'll still probably avoid Akiho.
よし、いいぞ。じゃあそっちは任せる。先生は他の連中に連絡取ってみるからよ。
Yeah, thanks for the support from, yeah, there, Mitchie.
というわけで、これ。
He hands me the room key. Very sensible.
しばらく戻ってこないかもしれんが、万博の開幕日には顔出すからよ。
で、どこ行くつもり？
I was just gonna say that you're just leaving and ditching again.
大人にはな、いろいろやることがあるんだよ。これ、豆な。
Which basically translates as you're abandoning us once
会場
again.
にはおじきやバイト連中がいるし、別に問題ないだろ。
It won't be an issue, huh?
じゃあな、しっかり休め。
ミッチー、ちょっと
waves his hand and exits the lobby without listening to Akiho's attempt to stop him. And he bailed. God damn it, Mitchie.
信じられない。
Yeah. There goes Mr. Useless.
スバルの事故の時、あれだけ監督不行き届きだなんだって土下座してたのに。
Interesting. So Subaru was repentant after what happened.
監督するつもりなんて全くないんじゃん。
No, nothing's changed with, nothing ever changes with Mitchie, but that is interesting that Subaru actually took responsibility for, what happened, yeah. But then again, yeah, pretty much, everyone, Akiho, Jonah, Frau, and Subaru had to, take responsibility for what happened on that day. Yep, that sums it up pretty well. He hasn't learned his lesson at all. He calls himself a teacher and an advisor.
OB と交渉してくるっていうのもどこまで本当なんだか。
If by negotiating you mean drinking and reminiscing about old times, very serious.
実は東京観光したいだけなのかもね。
I wouldn't be surprised either, Kaito.
やっぱり頼りにならないな。
Indeed he is. That is why he is Sir Mitchie IV, Esquire.
でも前みたいにいきなり路頭に迷わずに済んでよかった。
Indeed.
こんな都会っぽいホテルに泊まるの、実は密かに憧れだったんだ。
Well, now we're literally living the dream.
そのことだけはミッチーに感謝しとこうっと。
That's about all we can be grateful to him for, though.
あれ、カイ？どうしたの？表情が引きつってるけど。
アキちゃん、楽しみにしてるところ悪いんだけどさ、俺今気づいちゃったんだよね。
Spit it out, Kaito. I hold up the room key at eye level.
ミッチ、鍵を一つしか渡してくれなかった。
Really is useless.
つまり？
Akiho hasn't quite yet realized what Mitchie has just put us in.
予約した部屋は一つだけっぽい。
Thank you for nothing, Mr. Useless. The moment I enter the room, I'm overwhelmed by the utter extravagance. Yeah. They definitely do their best to make these rooms very presentable, and yeah. And this is supposed to be the cheapest room at this hotel. Tokyo is terrifying, to say nothing of other expensive hotels around the world. What kind of gold are the suites dipped in? Platinum gold is the answer to that question. Anyway, after taking a look around the room, both of our eyes are naturally drawn to the same place.
カイ、ベッドが一つしかないよ。
Once again, Mitchie, you really are useless.
これってさ、ダブルベッドってやつじゃない？二人用のベッドだよ。
That's that's not the issue at hand.
なるほど。
Or maybe it is. It is the issue at hand. This awkward silence is brutal. I look out the window. In the dark, it looks like the expo arena is floating. Lights spilling out into the night paints a vivid picture of busy engineers hard at work inside the venue.
うちはいいよ。
We've got sofas as well. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
あ
うちは平気。カイは？
ああ別に問題なし
We've been together since forever. There's nothing all that weird about sleeping in the same bed together, especially after all this time. And still,
よかった。
Akiho glances at me bashfully, then dives onto the bed.
このベッドすごいよ。ふかふか。
But of course, as she's saying this, she flops over onto her back with her arms and legs spread out.
カイもやる？
試してみようかな
Well, I'll go to get another chance. I quietly lie down next to Akiho.
確かにふかふかだ寝心地よすぎて逆に落ち着かない
Yeah. Comfort like this doesn't happen often.
うん。
はあ
The room is quiet. There's a highway running next to the hotel. But thanks to the impressive soundproofing, I can't hear a thing. Which means the only thing audible is the sound of our breathing. It almost feels like we're the only ones in the entire world. There's no place on the island that's this quiet. And it's not like it's super loud out there with cars, planes, and people, because it's not. Instead, it's the constant sounds of nature, the sound of the wind blowing, trees rustling, and the insects chirping.
ねえ、カイ。
ん
島のみんな怒ってるかな。うちらだけでガンツク2を持って東京に来たことはみんな怒ってるよね。
Well, Usui might be furious, but we have a dream to fulfill. And in the end, that's what matters. The fact that you are still dedicated to pursuing and fulfilling that dream. And the effort that you've put into that is what should count in this instance.
だとしても構わないって覚悟して出てきたんでしょ
And besides, despite what Kaito said before, we are not alone. And we have allies and support, far more support than we did with Gunbuild 1, Akiho. So we should definitely count our blessings on that front.
うん。
But that doesn't change the situation at hand now, does it?
なんだか遠いところまで来ちゃったな。
Indeed. But we still have one more step to go.
早いところ次の泊まるところを見つけないとねミッチーは当てにならない
Good call, Kaito. Don't want to be stressing out over the next 2 weeks. We want to relax.
そうだね。 明日お姉ちゃんに会えるかな。
That's if she's willing to see us. There's no way that she wouldn't be aware of our arrival right here and right now. The plan is to drop by her place. We made that decision before coming out here, and we will see that decision through to its end. We left some voicemails and texted her a few times too, but in the end, she never got back to either of us.
会えるならアキちゃんは何年ぶり？
7年。
7 years.
そう。
That was so close when she was still on the island. What happened? The answer to that question, Kaito Yashio, is what we need to pry from Misaki Tsunomiya's own lips.
早く会いたいな。
But Akiho just really wants to see her older sister.
それでね、ここまで来たよっていうの。カイと一緒にいろんな人の協力があってここまで来られたよって伝えるの。
And the Misaki from the past would probably have been very proud of you, Akiho. But now?
ああ。
That'd be one hell of a heartwarming sight. Even way back in the day, seeing the two of them always put a smile on my face. However, I have more serious business with Mizune. Something that I doubt Akiho would appreciate very much, but something that needs to be done. Even then, I don't like the thought of ruining Akiho's smile.
ん？
And now it's nighttime. It didn't take long for all the excitement to take its toll on Akiho. She's fast asleep. In a very nice, fancy bed. Man, she looks totally defenseless like that. She never even considered the possibility that I could attack her while she was sleeping. Of course, it's not like I would do that or anything. God damn it. Look at me getting all nervous thanks to Mitchie's carefree ass. I'll never get to the top if something like this affects me. Hell, Nisan will probably pass me.
お姉ちゃん。
Akio is still dreaming of those early days.
はあ。
This girl really does have a sister complex. I impulsively stroke her cheek ever so gently. She's just too adorable. Her cheek is warm, soft, and silky smooth.
明日ミサ姉に会えるといいね。
It all depends on what tomorrow brings.
うん。
Then Akio suddenly grabs the hand I was using to stroke her cheek with both hands. Now you've done it, Kaito.
起きた？
And take that as a no. She's fast asleep. She starts brushing her cheek against my hand. She's like a cat. Given how comfy she looks, I decide to leave her be. Very good call there, Kaito. I'm gonna get some sleep myself, but I'm not actually that tired yet. Though sleep is important. I guess I'll just play some KB and...
ん？
Right. I can't play Kill Ballad with one hand. No dice, I'm afraid.
なんてこっ た。
Well, that's on you, Kaito. I sigh and close my eyes. As much as I want to, maybe it'll be nice to get some sleep without playing KB just this once. Sweet dreams, Kaito. I hear a sound. It's the sound of rain. Was that on the forecast? In that case, I gotta go to school by bus. So I have to leave earlier than usual and meet Akio at the stop. Wait, my bed is crazy soft. Was it always this comfy? Seems like Kaito's dreams are being muddled now. My alarm clock hasn't rung. What time is it?
うん。
I open my eyes. I'm greeted by an unfamiliar ceiling. Oh right. This isn't Tanegashima. It's a hotel room in Tokyo. I finally remember the situation I'm in. I don't have to go to school. Not this time. Thank God. I close my eyes to go back to sleep. There's still that sound. Then open them back up almost immediately. Akio should be sleeping next to me, but she's nowhere to be found. Also, despite sounds of rain, there's sunlight pouring in through the window. Oh, there have been cases of sunshine rain, I can attest to that. But I don't think that's what's going on here. Oh, Akio must be taking a shower. It's 7 in the morning according to the clock. That makes a lot more sense. She sure up early, must be excited. Well, there's plenty to do. Then getting Gunbuild 2 ready for the expo. I close my eyes and listen to the sounds of the shower. Yeah, normal sounds. My brain still isn't fully awake yet. I could probably sleep for another hour. And then we have a whole day ahead of us. Then I'll take a shower myself. A nice hot shower. In a fancy hotel.
カイ、もしもーし。
And now Kaito is the one falling fast asleep.
頑張るグランドタックル
And of course, Akio is willing to do what Kaito himself would not. Something crashes on top of my body, knocking the wind out of me. So much for that rest. Open my eyes to find Akio on top of me. And that is where this episode of Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite will come to its end. And when we return, adventurers, today, it is Tuesday. As always, until next we meet.